Mic was left off, muted for whatever reason. Hope that doesn't mean the last end of... You know, forget it. There's nothing to worry about right now. Anyway, this is probably not going to be that long of a stream because while there have been some new updates to Yu-Gi-Oh! Single Player, it's really very minor. And quite frankly, they're not doing the card updates I kind of wish they would do. Like, the most recent thing they did was basically add a bunch of Albaz and Albaz-related cards to just the card pool, which I like, but I would have preferred a blanket update that would have included all new cards up to that point they wanted. They did. Because then I could at least update my Abyss deck a little bit more. But anyway, yes, I have two new decks that are completed and ready to go. They're not exactly in the best forms I want them to be, but they're still very effective. And I'll be taking care of some of the new content that they've got. And see what they have to say about some of these archetypes they've put in. Alright, they also added this SP deck challenge, which is another gate, but it's mostly just recreating some classic duels of regular Yu-Gi-Oh! The first series, but with updated cards. Although, I will say, some of them are blatantly unequal. Like, it's very easy for a Red Eyes deck, for a Joey Wheeler Red Eyes deck, to steamroll right over like a metamorphosed Insect Queen Gakapol deck. Even if they keep abusing Gakapol's destruction effect, it's very easy to just run right over them because he never gets a chance to use Parasite Paranoid correctly or summon the queen herself. On the other side of the scale, the final duel between Atem and Yugi, we are expected to face Atem's pure Dark Magician deck with Silent Gadgets. And I only beat that through sheer luck. I was lucky that he did not draw Dark Magician or any cards that would immediately summon Dark Magician from the deck. And the one lead I had, which was Silent Magician level 8, which I automatically made with level up, was then destroyed, but the only way I came back was through the gadgets, and that was because I had Rope of Life drew that at one point, set, and then that basically facilitated my entire recovery from losing the strongest monster in the deck. In essence, some decks are fair, some decks are not, and then it just depends on which side you are on. But enough of that griping. It's time to see about the Lightsworn. Enforcers of Justice. Sword in hand, clad in armor, body adorned in robes, all shine brightly like platinum, the heroic platoon's display of power. They are known as the Lightsworn. From whence did they come, and for what do they fight? The wishes of those praying for peace, the cries of those suffering under tyranny, the innocent tears of children. Very ironic, because I consider Lightsworn some of the scummiest decks that exist. They appear suddenly, an army of light breaking through the barrier of space and time. Charge of the Light Brigade. To each they aid, their justice embodies a different form. Some seek a knight in shining armor, others see a graceful wizard. Still others see a divine angel, or a dragon so great it eclipses the mountain with a single wing, they claim. Frickin' hate that dragon. Regardless of the form the Enforcers take, their mission is unchanging. After annihilating the wicked, they vanish without a trace. They live in the radiant realm of light. In a world existing in another plane of space and time, they continually train in preparation for dispensing justice. And now I have to learn how to deal with these milling dicks. Yeah. Solar recharge. Let me guess, you want me to use that first? Yep, I thought so. The messenger of justice appears at dawn. Anyway, solar recharge. Discard Jane. Draw 2. Oh. Would you look at that? Wolf. Lightsworn Beast was discarded. Well, milled, so that means he can immediately summon. Now to summon Celestia. And her effect. Mill upon summon. And then destroy. Alright then. This is partly why I hate Lightsworn. Because they can get this damn thing out turn 1. And then they could just decide, hey, I'm gonna wipe the entire field. There's usually not a damn thing the opponent's able to do about it. Once they have a negate ready. Anyway, we'll be using my deck, which will be the Ultimate Athletes, otherwise known as UA. They're a real fun sports-themed deck. Not bad, but I could do better. Summon Libero Spiker, and then special summon Perfect Ace. The gimmick is that, despite being so high level, they can special summon off of each other by returning themselves to the a friend to the hand. Ooh, Playing Manager. Excellent. Summon Libero Spiker again, which triggers UA Playing Manager. Select Playing Manager's effect to destroy a card. That was like Lightsworn Shield or something. Anyway, return Libero Spiker to the hand for Goalkeeper. He should at least protect one of them should this dick get a destruction effect off. I'm shocked, utterly shocked at the incompetence of this of my opponent's draws. Turnover Tactics, a great upset, field upsetter. All right, summon Libero Spiker, and end my turn. All right, in the main phase, I activate the effect of Libero Spiker. By returning a level 5 or higher, or a UA monster in my hand to the deck, I can special summon one, like Dreadnought Dunker. And then Libero Spiker goes back to my hand. And now for the ultimate equip card, UA Power Jersey. Increases a UA monster's stats by 1,000 each. If it battles a monster, that battle damage is doubled, and it can make a second attack during the battle phase if it destroys the monster. The drawback is that During the end phase, the monster is banished. I mean, the next standby phase, my next standby phase, the monster is banished. But if I swap it out before then, Power Jersey can just return to my hand at next to no cost. Dunk it good! Get dunked on. That's the power of sports when used by nerds. Photon lead, eh? Yeah, I don't have any decks that I'm baking for that. Open up. What do they got? Light Sworn and Light Ray. Makes sense, but I feel like they wouldn't have great control over the graveyard. Alright, let's start with Reinforcement of the Army. With that, I shall add Libero Spiker to my hand. Activate UA Hyper Stadium. Upon activation, I can add a UA or FA from the deck to the hand. I will choose Blockbacker. Next, I'll activate Spring of Rebirth. Every time a monster goes from the field to the hand, I gain 500 life points. It's perfect for the UA. Realm of Light. Charge of the Light Brigade. And Echrin, Light Sworn Monk. Another one? Add Garroth. Damn it! That's right. It's normal summon, not special summoned. Let's see. Each time a card is sent from your deck to the graveyard, place a shine counter. All Light Sworn gain 100 for each shine counter. If it would be destroyed by a card effect, remove 2 shine instead. Well, you know what? Time to get angry. Dreadnought Dunker. Go. And activate UA Signing Deal. I special summon any UA monster from the deck, but I take some damage equal to their level, times like, what, 300? Yeah. Their effects are also negated, but that's easy to do by swapping them out. Again. And recouping the losses. I will absolutely need Blockbacker, I know that, which is why I'm so insistent on him being here. He's able to... when the opponent special summons a monster, I can turn that monster to defense position and negate their effects from Everett. Just permanently. Now for Dunker's second effect. When it inflicts damage, I can destroy a card on the field. So let's at least weaken Realm of Light. Blockbacker is absolutely set up to prepare for any summon from the extra deck. Surprised you didn't want to use Lila's effect. Turnover Tactics. Set that just in case. Back to it, Dunker. It's down to 0 shine counters. Hopefully I should be able to destroy it on the next turn. Right, she can special summon. Send Garroth away. Summon Jane, Raiden. Not yet, not yet. Right, Blockbacker, activate! Change the position, lock its effects. Alright, let me take a look at this first. Card is special summoned. or a level 5 or higher monster special summon. Target one special summon monster your opponent controls. Return to the hand. You know what? That's time for turnover tactics. We'll now swap our fields completely. I will come out with Perfect Ace. In defense. Hold on. Shuffle as many monsters on the field, then special summon UA monster from a deck that have different names from each other up to the number of cards shuffled into your main deck. Hold on, that's 2 monsters! Why didn't they let me use 2 monsters? Hold on. Did I just... How did I call out Ritual Raven like that? Anyway, that's not right. UA turnover tactics is basically a guaranteed 2 summons. Why did it only give me Perfect Ace? Well, whatever. Penalty box is nice. Ending turn. Penalty box. Any monster that battles with a UA will be automatically banished before damage can happen. Let's see. Sanctuary. Send a Light Sworn from your hand to the graveyard. Target another Light Sworn in your graveyard. Add it to the hand. Place a Shine counter on this card. Light Sworn would be destroyed by card effect. Remove 2 from your side of the field for each. Minerva. Yeah, this is a common strategy. Let's see, what was it? Detach a material, send the top 3 to the deck to the graveyard, then draw equal sent to the graveyard by the effect. Destroyed by battle. Yeah, I'm going to stop that. Perfect Ace, negate. At the cost of midfielder. UA Stadium. Perfect. With this, I can actually start searching better. And get some power. Summon Libero Spiker, which triggers UA Stadium. Upon a normal summon, I can add a UA monster from my deck to my hand. Returning Dreadnought Dunker. And then when I special summon a UA, all current UA monsters I control gain a permanent 500 attack point boost. And the fun thing about Dunker is that he inflicts piercing damage. I will not use Penalty Box. I need the damage to go through. Destroy Realm of Light. Excuse me? If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effects, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then destroy cards on the field up to the number of Light Sworn sent to the graveyard by this effect. You bitch. Nah, no point in keeping putting Libero Spiker back out there. Oh hell, here we go again. Gonna have to use Perfect Ace to prevent destruction of everything on the field. Rival Rebounder. Not great, but I need to search. Only 8 cards in their deck. They're just about done, actually. Ah, shit, that's right. It's normal summon that causes the... Oh, great. Raika is basically a man-eater bug. And Felis is automatically summoned to the field. Yep, I could cause Ritual Raven to come out on that side, too. One card left. My life points are pretty healthy that I've been building up this whole time, but it's still not great. Nope, nope, nope. God, I hate these cards. Huh, we're already hitting the Twilight Sworn. Though the Light Sworn possess ultimate power, sometimes even for them, the evils that appear are too great. When the enemy is too fierce, have they no choice but to give up on justice? That is not an option. Deep within the realm of light lies a tightly sealed treasure chest. When a mighty enemy appears, the treasure box's a heavy lid opens. Neatly folded robes of black await a warrior of justice, possessing the power of darkness. Therein slumbers the Twilight Cloth. When adorned by a light sworn, that warrior of justice is imbued with the powers of both light and darkness. They who wear the Twilight Cloth show no mercy to the forces of evil. Joining forces with a black punishment dragon, those warriors will not relent in their onslaught until all wickedness is vanquished from the world. Basically, they now become dark attributes and still mill, as I understand it. The Messenger of Justice appears at dusk. Graganeth. Normal summon Raikou. Activate the effect. Normal flip summon, you can banish a Light Sworn from your hand or graveyard, banish a card on the field. Yes. Alright, we're going with the dragon. And activate Solar Recharge. Wolf then comes back and attack. Mill another. Twilight Twin Dragons. If this card is sent from the deck to the graveyard by a Light Sworn effect, you can target a punishment dragon in your graveyard, add it to your hand, then banish the top 4 cards of your deck. Go again. I'm not giving up on my sports boys this soon. And of course you would give me the first turn. I'll set penalty box. Did they destroy it? Good. It's got a graveyard effect I can use. Light Brigade. Just activate. Midfielder, good. Activate Spring of Rebirth. Summon midfielder. And block backer in defense mode. And just to be prepared, set turnover tactics. Target a Lightsworn in your graveyard, shuffle into the deck, then draw. Yep, activate UA penalty box. Lets me add a UA card from the deck to the hand. I choose Hyper Stadium. He's got 14 left. And regular old UA Stadium. Even better. Alright, summon UA. Summon midfielder. And activate. Add Dreadnought Dunker. Summon Dunker. So let's see. Each time a card is sent from the deck to the graveyard by a Lightsworn, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then draw 1 for each Lightsworn monster sent. Discard, then target a level 4 or lower Lightsworn in the graveyard, special summon it. And then this one. Thanks for following, Autonomous King. Just using new decks and dueling through the main stuff. Yeah, that's just a beat stick now, so it'd be better to take out the other 2. Dreadnought Dunker, destroy Garoth, and phase. Oh, what the? You've got to be kidding me. Really? I love the UA, but if they get a bad start, it's really hard to come back from. I only have 6 level 4s in the deck. Right. Add Libero Spiker. Activate Hyper Stadium. Add Perfect Ace. Activate Signing Deal. Summon Midfielder. Activate UA Stadium. Summon Spiker. Activate. Nope. Goalkeeper might be the better option. Where is it? There he is. Well, it's not so much that it's old story, it's new story for the most part. Attack power. And I'm wanting to use UA because I really like these monsters. But I'm up against Lightsworn, one of the meanest and nastiest archetypes there are. Yeah, it feels like that sometimes. Especially when your own deck is somehow, for whatever reason, against you. This gives you bad draw upon bad draw. UA Blockbacker, not bad. Let's see. I think I might be able to end this duel in this single turn here. If this works right and does the damage I hope it does. Dreadnought Dunker, come on up. Summon Dreadnought Dunker and equip him with Powered Jersey. Come on and slam! Nope. Use this again. Nope. So close. I should have changed one of my monsters to attack position just for this. Anyway, to avoid him losing by banishment, swap with Libero Spiker. You know what? Just to be even safer. Blockbacker. Yeah, this usually depends on... I just wish they had a better like spell and trap search card than Penalty Box in the Graveyard. That's the one major thing I think this deck is probably missing. Just had to drink for a bit. Add Perfect Ace. Well, and I'm sorry, Mighty Slugger. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm losing my brain somehow. Dreadnought Dunker will be enough to do it. Yeah, Penalty Box is really good. I just wish it didn't have to be in the graveyard in order to do search effects. This is one of my decks I've imported from Ignis. It's not entirely perfect yet. I do have one copy of Playmaker in my Ignis deck. But it's pretty close. It took a long time to make, though. The Lightsworn cannot inhabit this world for long. This is because they require enormous magical power in order to maintain their forms while in this world. Hence, as soon as the evil is destroyed, they vanish in rays back to the realm of light. Transcending time and space, their battle for justice never ceases. Some have honed their skills in the realm of light to receive new roles as enforcers of justice. The Lightsworn have great hopes that the people's hearts will be at peace. Hopefully one day the world won't need such enforcers of justice. Until that day comes, they will continue to dispense justice whenever it is called for. Now, I've got no interest in building a Lightsworn deck. As I've been saying throughout this entire thing, I really do despise them. They're a very scummy archetype. Now, the Weather Painters. I haven't faced these a lot, but from what I remember, they're very annoying. No, that's not my Batman voice. The Fairies Who Paint the Weather. A little girl gazed out the window at the scenery outside as it rained. Watching the girl, her mother called to her. "You don't like rain, do you?" "No, I don't. It's boring when it rains because I can't play outside," the girl replied without turning around, but her voice betrayed her sour mood. "Mom, why does it rain?" The mother replied to the child, whose inquiry was so direct. "It rains because the weather fairies are working on behalf of all of us." Perhaps due to the unexpected answer, the girl now turned to her mother with an intrigued expression. Her mother began to speak. "There are weather fairies in the sky who use magical paint, brushes, and crayons to deftly draw pictures in the sky. The pictures turn into weather, delivering blessings to all." Seemingly fond of the expression "drawing pictures in the sky," The little girl left the window to sit on her mother's lap on the sofa, where she waited for her to continue the story. No, Batman wouldn't have been as glowing, I would say, as that dialogue was. And I did not expect that explanation for the weather painters. That was cutesy. I liked it. Yeah. The weather painters. Their gimmick is that they banish spells and traps to activate effects. Activate Valhalla. Why over there? Oh, right. It has to be about where they are. Wants me to summon Rain. Use Celestial Transformation to summon Sun. Yeah, it's a little too... Thank you. I like to use it for things like that. I like doing voices, not just narration, but also just silly ones. Let's see, add the weather rainy canvas. Activate immediately. Right, link summon. God, this is complex. Yeah, I was surprised that they would take that direction with the weather painters. It's quite cute. Yeah, attack directly. Hey, hold on a moment. Anybody coming out to play? Hello? I guess not. I was thinking that, like, Rescue Rabbit might have appeared. I need to remember to poke all of these fields now that I know something like that can happen. Alright, UA did fairly well against the Light Swarm, but I wanted to use another deck of mine that I've finished. What is now called... It's called, nowadays, the Ogdo Attic, which is an absolutely awful name, but before it was called the Abyss, a collection of light and dark snake-like monsters that love the graveyard. Despia is definitely one of my favorite decks, and Dark Lords have also become pretty good. I usually keep them separate. I'm not really all that great on being able to mix archetypes so well. I am working on a Dark Lord deck in here though, but those cards are so expensive that they're so hard to build for. Activate the effect of Dreg of the Abyss. Let's see, send to the graveyard. I think it'll have to be... Nope, right. Right, Curse is a light, so I gotta send something else. How about Zoha? I think that's what I want. About as pure as I can make it. There's some things in it that I have to use, like Dogmatica, in order to... Fleur de Lis I need to put in there to make it, some of the light-based fusions work. Let's see. I'll activate Zoha to send Amnesia to the graveyard and add it back to my hand. Summon Zoha. Oh, I know what I can do. Yeah. Special summon Null. And then use them both for King of the Feral Imps. This deck would work a lot better if I had Abyss Flood. Anyway, let's see. Send you back to the graveyard and add... Yeah. This will work. Send you to the graveyard, which will then send Curse to the graveyard. I'll leave it at that for now. I could start my cycle going, but I feel like it's dangerous at this point. You can banish this card, then target a spell trap your opponent controls, return to the hand. And there's Aeron, the king. Activate again. Put you back in the graveyard. And I guess I'll use... Yeah, I guess I'll add Flogi. Activate Zoha again. To discard Aeron. Right. Nope, not yet. How am I only able to activate your effect? I should be able to use... Control no monsters, or you control an Okay, yeah, right. Okay, never mind then. Alright. Get rid of you. Put you in defense. Activate. Also summon in defense. And then use your effect. Let's see. This is a bit slow. This is a lot slower than my Ignis Abyss deck, but it's the best I gotta do since they don't have the cards I want in it. So let's see. Now I will summon Amnesia. Basically, grave tributing. Huh, I didn't know Despia was missing all that much. From what I've been testing with them, well, I suppose there is a thing or two that could improve the deck. And for the most part, from what I've seen, they're really good on their own. It's Spriggans that I have a little trouble with, but I really do like them. Let's see. Well, if another face-up the weather you control is sent to the graveyard, you can target 2 weather spell traps in the graveyard. Manage this card, target a spell I control, return it to the hand. Let's see. If your opponent controls a monster, banish this card and special summon a weather with a different name from your deck, but cannot special summon other monsters from the deck for the rest of the turn. Okay. Alright then. There she goes. Time to use it. Get those tokens out. In other words, that was basically the equivalent of doing nothing. Hey, there's Alieth. Alright, return to the field. Ugh, double return. Okay, so... Next up, I'll summon Aeron. With the tokens. I'll summon... Summon Zoha. And then use him to bounce off of Curse. Let's see, Zoha was sent to the graveyard. Oh, we both draw, and then I add an Ogdoadic. Then we both send... Yeah, excellent. That'll work. I will add Ogdo Abyss. And then send Ogdo Abyss away. Send Zoha there. And that will trigger Aeron and Amnesia. So Aeron, I believe, is a forced discard. And Amnesia is special summon from my graveyard, which will be Ogdo Abyss. Now, Ogdoabyss effect activate. Send all... What? Oh, just returning Origin to my hand. Trigger Aaron's second effect. Adds from my graveyard to the hand. You know what? King of the Feral Imps can go back. Reactivate. Huh. That's pretty incredible for Despia. Now then. Nope, still can't summon you yet. Right. Straight attack. These guys... The Abyss require a lot of setup, but they can be pretty devastating. Like that. I think I saw an extra space in that name of the opposing player. Open up. Penguins, yeah. I know that ever since they got like that penguin synchro in the cards that come with it, they've sort of improved into an actual archetype-ish thing. Testing I've done with them hasn't really been shown a lot, though, but I may just have a bad penguin deck. As she gazed out the window, the mother continued her story. Rain is depicted by the weather painter, Rain. She's a bit shy, but she's most diligent. It rains so that trees and flowers around the world may be nourished. Depicting the snow is the weather painter, Snow. She's a bright, cheerful, hard-working maiden. The snow this child makes blankets the villages and mountains white in winter. Depicting the clouds is the weather painter, Cloud, a handsome young man. Sometimes he's in his own world, but with a magic marker, he can draw any cloud imaginable. You must have seen clouds that look exactly like other objects, right? I'm sure, yeah, it pretty much felt like that. It is the job of the weather painter's son to draw sunshine. An old man with a fluffy beard, he kindly watches over the others. On laundry days, it's most helpful when he decides to draw sunshine. Lightning is etched by the weather painter Thunder, a boy who's a bit of a prankster. He sketches lightning in order to surprise everyone, and sometimes his overly zealous artwork shocks even himself. The one who draws the sky curtain Aurora is the weather painter Aurora. Aurora Borealis! The aurora she paints are of such beauty, I hope one day we can glimpse them together. The weather painter Rainbow depicts rainbows. The ringleader using 7 colors of paint, she builds a rainbow bridge in the sky. Not only are rainbows beautiful, but treasures lie at their feet, or so the story goes. Oh, so she's just taking the work of hard-working leprechauns, okay? After hearing the story, the little girl exhaled with satisfaction, as if she'd finally remembered to breathe. There are so many fairies in the sky. You know so much, Mother, but have you ever met one? Her mother smiles gently, and stroking her daughter's head replies, Yes, when I was about your age. If you're a good girl, surely you'll meet your own fairy one day. Perhaps among the people you've encountered, there may be some that met a fairy. Artistic Angel. No. Alright, the last gate to work on. The Herald's Guidance. In other words, the Herald fairy monsters. Which mostly include the rituals, but also has probably the other kinds. I tried to make a Herald deck of my own. I've got no idea how it would possibly work, really. Especially since their best card, Herald of Ultimateness, isn't really strong for attack points. The rule of the gods had ended, and humans had ruled the earth for many ages. Though many gods had fled, many people continued to believe that the gods watched over the world, even as their visages changed. In a remote domain on a small continent, gods had long been worshipped by the people living there. It was a god that spread its wings and emitted a blinding light from their entire body, the Herald. Among those living there, a few have seen or even heard the voice of the Herald. Though their depictions differed, they insisted they'd seen the Herald. The atmosphere about it and its afterglow was precisely that of an angel they'd pictured in their minds, they told. And according to those who'd heard its voice, it hadn't actually made a sound. The meaning of the words came not through their ears, but directly into their minds, they told. And when asked if they'd seen or heard the Herald, their replies were eerily consistent. It was always in moments of confession that it appeared. All assert they fainted soon after, but awoke with a comforting feeling of forgiveness throughout their bodies. Some find it hard to believe these people's stories. Nonetheless, the Herald is worshipped by many people. Yeah, it's a pretty good idea to save up for Despia. Well, that's the Mountain Dew bottle done. Back to water. I'm not really sure what I want to do other than just completing some of the decks I already have. Like, I've got a Battery Men as well. That's pretty close, but my biggest one that I'm really working on is my 5-star Warrior deck. It's a deck I'm most proud of, but it's way better on Ignis than it is on here. Mostly because it has more of the Warrior Star archetype in it. So which of the Heralds are they going to focus on? The deck ones, the Ritual, or the extra deck ones? It appears to be the Ritual ones. Ritual Summon, Herald of Ultimateness. Like, this is their boss monster, but it taps out at 2,000. This is why I have trouble understanding the Heralds. Okay. Oh, wait, I need to tap around here. We're in Gear Town. Ooh. Huh, I guess it's always on that side. Dawn of the Herald, which would have just summoned a weaker Herald, I'm pretty sure. Draw Archlord Christia. If the deck is as unfairly speedy as they want it to be, I could be in a hard time for this. Even with my own deck. Let's take a look here. So you got Eva, Herald of Purple, Green, and Orange Light. You got Diviner of the Herald, which is basically their search card. Zeradias, the search for Sanctuary in the Sky. We got a little negation with Solemn Warning and Divine Punishment. Otherwise, they're using Herald of Arclight, then Pure Light and Mirage Lights, along with some Parshaths. And the best they got is Herald of Perfection. You know what? Let's let my heroes take a spin. Not a great beginning for me. Let's see. Card is sent to the graveyard. Banish up to 2 other light fairies. This is not a great starting hand of mine. Let's see. Add the same number of level 2 or lower light fairies with different names from your deck to your hand, except Eva. Let's see. Yeah, better to start with Shadow Mist. Ah, crap, honest. Should have seen that coming. Anyway. Effect activates, which helps me anyway. Add Blazeman. Completely forgot I saw the Honest's in there. Oh. Already getting Blaze Man. Alright. Summon Blaze Man. Summon Blaze Man. Thank you very much. Activate effect to add polymerization. Make Sunriser with Blaze Man. Nope, not the one in the hand, the one on the field. And Liquid Soldier. Activate Sunrise. And Liquid Soldier, let's see. Uses a fusion material. Draw 2, then discard 1. Okay. Wow, just really adding the same to me. I feel like I could still keep Parallel World Fusion. I'll just lose Raigeki. And add Miracle Fusion. I'll summon Absolute Zero by banishing Liquid Soldier and Blaze Man. Basically as an insurance policy. Alright. You attack Ava. Let's see, what was it? Target one card on the field, destroy it. Yeah. Sunrise will destroy Sanctuary in the Sky. So now I can do damage. And now you will attack. End turn. Ah, discarding Zeradias. Yeah, this was essentially the problem when I tried to use Heralds. Awesome! Favorite hero coming at you. For Sunrise. Next, summon Stratos. Let's see. I'll add a hero. I could probably use Solid Soldier. Get to battling. And activate Favorite Hero, which automatically activates Skyscraper. And increases Sunriser's attack points by his defense points. Stratos, go. And you will take out Sanctuary. Go, my favorite hero! Heroes are so fun. Open up. Let's keep going. Let's see, what do you got here? Heralds. And Saravis the Ancient and Ascended. Along with a little bit of Herald of Ultimateness. Let's see, you got Elder Entity Intis, Formula Synchron, Celestial Double Star Shaman, Ancient Sacred Wyvern, Angel of Zera, Bujinte Tsukuyomi, Nkaribo, Crystron Halquifibrax. Absolutely disgusting. So you got Oracle of the Herald, Dawn, and Sprite's Blessing. I think E-Heroes can still dominate. If possible, I'd probably like to work on my Destiny Hero deck as well. But they probably don't have Destroy Phoenix, which isn't an integral part of the deck, but still very good. Okay, let's start with Solid Soldier. Solid Soldier will bring along Blaze Man. And Blaze Man will bring along Polly. No. Poly into Sunriser. Sunrise to search, and then Solid Soldier to put Blazeman back on the field. I'm not going to fuse again right away. Elemental Recharge. Very good. Set and now fuse. Make Nova Master with Solid Soldier and Blazeman. And I will set Woodsman. Nope, Sunrise effect will not activate, so that Nova Master can use his draw. Manju to search for Herald of Ultimateness. No. Just further empowers my heroes. Alias, how nice. Activate Woodsman's effect to add from the graveyard. Yeah, I think I will. Polymerization to summon the Shining with Alias and Woodsman. And just for fun, because I'm about to win anyway, Elemental Recharge, free 3,000 life points, please. Nova Master. And the Shining. They're thinking crap draws or Heralds really just aren't worth it on their own. I'm thinking this is the second one. Let's see, what do they got now? Herald. Ooh, they got a little bit of the Agents in here. That'll be tricky. Let's see, they're using Jupiter, Venus, Earth, and only 2 of Master Hyperion. Well, let's see here. TG Wonder Magician, Black Rose Moonlight Dragon again, Parshath, Psy Frame Lord Omega. Jeez, I hate that thing. Star Eater. Wow, really big ones. As good as my heroes have been doing against them, this could be a little dangerous. So, back to the sports, boys. Ah, pinpoint landing. If only I could use that. Another penalty box? Really? Well, whatever. I probably won't take much damage this early. This is the slight flaw with UA. You really do need midfielder or libero spiker to get the deck working in any way, shape, or form. Mirage Lights? Nope. Alka Fibrax. Oh, that thing is so filthy. Should knock it off with the upbeat Celtic music here. You know what? Yes, I will continue. Thanks for that. Send you a penalty box away to add Hyper Stadium. Set that. Activate Pinpoint Landing. And add Libero Spiker. Summon. And then special summon. Wait, I'm in the main phase 1. Ah, here we go. Much better. Then Dreadnought. Pinpoint Landing activates. Lets me draw as long as I special summon a card once every turn. If I don't, then it gets destroyed. Right, take down TG Wonder Magician. Activate your effect to destroy the face down. Ah. That was just the divine intervention. Right, so now... Goalkeeper. I saw that coming. Goalkeeper will keep itself protected from that one destruction. And I'll just activate Penalty Box because I can. You only had one copy of Halcra Fibrax, so it has to be Mirage Lights this time. There it is. And Monster Reborn. I do like that effect. Oh, what's he doing now? Parshath? Parshath. Let's see. Discard a card, add a Sanctuary in the Sky, or a card that lists it in its from your deck to your hand. If another face-up fairy banishes... Okay, nothing about... Oh, shit. Hyperion. Ow. Summon. Dreadnought Dunker. Pinpoint Landing. Alright, another Goalkeeper. Alright, Dreadnought Dunker. Attack Parshath. Then activate to destroy Hyperion. Still trying to play defensively here. Jupiter. Good. Knew wouldn't be able to do anything. Turnover Tactics. Excellent. Set. Libero Spiker. Dreadnought. And what do you got for me, Pinpoint Landing? Powered Jersey. Wonderful. Give that to Dunker. Activate. Destroy the face down. Uh-oh. Crap, Herald of Orange Light. Ah. I'll end. Honest, eh? I'll take you out for sure this time. Summon Libero Spiker. And swap with Mighty Slugger. Mighty Slugger will prevent him from activating any effects during the entire battle. Main phase 2. No, I'm not worried about special defense. Any summons like that. I'm babbling again. Ugh. End turn. Signing deal. Save that for later. Libero Spiker. Swap to Dreadnought. Another Hyper Stadium. I can't possibly use its effect now. Or its second effect. It will cost me 1,000 points. Playing Manager to my hand. Dunker attack. Just my heroes dominating these heralds. And now this one is a little tricky, so I'm trying my UA boys back at it. And that's a win. Got a little tough there. Nice gems, very nice gems. Nowhere near enough, though. Just a moment. No, I never willingly use Max C. I've used it in like rental decks, but that's as far as I'll ever go. I've never put it in any of my any regular decks I make. I try to keep these decks down to 40, so it's not like I really need some big searcher like that. Plus, even then, I probably have it at only one copy, and really that's what I have Pinpoint Landing for, with as far as my UA are concerned. In the frontier, the Herald is enshrined in a temple. As for when this temple was constructed, nobody knows. It is old but well maintained, and has a sacred, solemn atmosphere about it. However, depending on who you ask, that structure may have an unusual aura about it. It appears not to have been built as a place of worship, but to contain something, merely covered up as a shrine. The central part is hidden, and it is said there are gods' statues inside. And into that inner sanctum, only a select few priests or diviners are allowed. The diviner of the Herald, the person who receives the oracle from the Herald. She claims that from a certain age she began to hear the voice. After many trials and tests, a priest determined that the voice she heard belonged to the Herald. This diviner is not one who commands the people. Her role is to correctly decipher the oracles for people and protecting them from natural disasters. Her resolute power and connection with people had helped pass along to future generations her role of diviner. And one girl will continue as the new diviner to connect people with the gods. My hand was a decent size because pinpoint landing was constantly drawing, because I'm able to keep it on the field, because I'm constantly using special summoning. That's how the UA worked, which is why I figured, oh, it's perfect for this deck. Let's see, are those even, right, submission. Only 40, I swear, these pitiful amounts. Like, this is still by and large the best, like, card acquisition system, but my goodness, the rewards are so pitiful. Let's see, were those free packs? No, they weren't, as I thought. Let's see, bonus, right, the legacy ones. I can't get rid of them, but hey, maybe I can at least see what I get. Morale boost, 7 completed, Takuhi, and Synchro boost. Garbage. Wait, nope, that's not right. Right, I guess I'll just keep going in the Lightsworn ones. Yeah, I don't have much to do, but maybe after that I could start banging my head with the loan decks. Let's see, what was this one again? Right, it's Twilight Sworn and Light Rays. Now, what the hell was that? Hold on. Where's that Lightsworn Saber? I'm absolutely certain that's what they used against me. Where the frick is that? How is it not in here? I know they used it. What the hell? I don't know. Let's try my Blue Eyes deck. Looks like I can have a decent start. Cannot target with the card effects and cannot be destroyed by card effects. Should be perfect. Activate Chaos Form to ritual summon Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon with Blue Eyes White Dragon. Set ultimate creature and summon Maiden with Eyes of Blue. And use this effect. Change to defense, inflict piercing damage, and reduce stats to 0. End phase. Glorious Illusion. Target a Lightsworn monster in your graveyard, special summon in attack position. During each of your end phase, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Oh, so it's a Lightsworn Call of the Haunted. Making 7-star. Oh, wait, nope. Lina the Lightsworn? Let's see. Target a light monster your opponent's graveyard. Special summon to your zone this card points to. Oh, she's trying to take my Blue Eyes. Ultimate Creature of Destruction. My blue eyes will survive and return it, earn it right to the graveyard. You lose. Chaos Max. Very nice. Light Ray Daedalus. Hip Hoshinigan. Ah, crap, right. And Light Ray Diabolos. Banish a light. Let's see. Ho 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 ho. Well, they probably would. We're going to until I drew this chaos form here. Let's see. You can banish a light from your graveyard, then target a set card your opponent controls. Reveal it, then place it on the top or bottom of the deck. I'll use Chaos Form to summon Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon with the help of Dragon Spirit of White. It's still weaker than Hip Hoshinigan, but it's stronger than Light Ray Diabolos. Oh, defense position. Ooh, that's Chaos Max's favorite snack. Double piercing coming right up. Oh, so good. More legacy packs. Let's see, what do they got this time? Oh no. Lightsworn Time Lord? Oh God, that's awful. Oh, I hate Time Lords. I have next to no defense for them. Oh man, I'm not facing that one. No way. What do they even give me? I wonder what the loner deck is. What do they think they can give me that will effectively combat Time Lords? Omni Dragon Brotar. Monster you control is destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect. You can special summon from the graveyard or hand, but banish it when it leaves the field. When special summoned, you can target a face-up monster on the field. Discard a card, and if you do, add a monster from your deck to your hand with the same type and attribute, but a different name. Mana Dragon Zernitron. And Fantastical little Dragon Phantasme. Chaos Dragon Levianir. They think this will stop Time Lords? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. No. Let's continue down the other path then. Let's see. We got Twilight Sworn and some dark alternatives. Comes out with Bestial Lord, Wolf Lord, no, Celestial Wolf Lord, Blue Sirius, Cyburst Quantum Dragon. Oh, that's filthy. Dark End Dragon, Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon, Maestroke, the Symphony Dijin, Black Ship of Corn, Minerva, Zombie Stein, Wee Witch Apprentice, let's see, Curious, and Darkness Metal, the Dragon of Dark Steel. Still primarily a dark deck, which I suppose is the point. Yeah, they did pretty much say that. Time Lords are just one of the most difficult archetypes for me to handle. Like, unless I have something that can constantly negate their effects or just bypass them completely, I've got a deck that can't... none of my decks will work on it. Especially none I've been able to build here. Let's see. You know what? Let's have the Blue Eyes come out and play again. Light versus dark. Let's see how it goes. And already, this is a bad start. If I could only remake the my Blue Eyes deck that I did in Link Evolution, that was a surprisingly and bizarrely good Blue Eyes Critias deck. Like, I almost never had a brick with that, or at least if I did, the opponent never took a great advantage of it. It's just hard to get Blue Eyes cards because their rarity is so high. And even then, trying to focus on the Blue Eyes is the difficult part. Punishment Dragon, don't tell me he's already ready for it. Nope, not yet. Now that's a very weird card to get a graphic for. Oh, hell. See, while you control a Link monster, or monsters your opponent controls cannot target monsters you control for attacks except this one, and they cannot target monsters with effects except this one. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles, you can return that monster to the hand, also make a second attack in a row. That's filthy, filthy, filthy. Why are all the Cyber's Dragon cards absolutely disgusting in their effects? Anyway, she was targeted with an effect, which means I can summon a Blue Eyes. What? I'll choose the deck one. Wait, what? Oh, XYZ. Ah, Zombie Stein. See, that's just disgusting. Look at that. That's frickin' broken as hell. Dragons get another shot. I almost never get to use Strength and Unity to its full effect. Oh no, you are not stealing my egg just so I can't use it. Oh, you asshole! I can't believe they just did that. They stole my stone egg just so it doesn't work. That is a super dick move. Maybe Strength and Unity will distract them if they have any, like, spell or trap destroying cards. Okay. Activate True Light. So summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. Right from my hand. Tribute this card, then target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. Aha! Alternative! Reveal my Blue Eyes. And summon. Now then, I want my stone back. You know what? Use the effect. Set Ultimate Creature of Destruction. And now take out the cat. Not that she could have used its effect, but still. White Stone of Ancients, activate please, and summon Dragon Spirit of White. Dragon Spirit of White. Banish that face down. Use True Light again. If this had the more recent Blue Eyes support, this would be better. I'd be able to focus it more. Maybe. Anyway, set Chaos form, thank you. Black Ship of Corn, huh? Let's see, you can detach an XYZ, then target a face-up monster your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to this card's. Send it to the graveyard and inflict 1,000 damage. Ha! Blue Eyes are far too powerful for that. What the hell is he doing? It's a dark card. Twilight Cloth. You idiot! What the hell was that about? I need to see Twilight Cloth, see what that nonsense was. Target a face-up monster you control. Banish any number of Light Sworn from your graveyard. If you do, that monster gains 200 attack and defense for each banished till the end of the turn. And it didn't help! Facing a Blue Eyes, mate! What do you expect that to do, eh? Anyway, Chaos form. Let's do Chaos Max, just to give him a real pain. And I'll use my Blue Eyes on the field. And with that, Strength and Unity will activate. Lets me banish this face down. Chaos Max, end it. Oh, not quite. Alternative, you do it. Sheesh, that was a stupid last move. What do they got here now? Twilight Sworn and Zombies. Specifically, Plague Spreader. Oh, so that you can use the Mighty Doom Kaiser Dragon. Ooh, I'm so scared of that. Revived King Hades. Super spooky and terrifying. Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon. Okay, that's a little new and a bit dangerous. Let's see. You got Djinn Buster. Yeah, Minerva. Damphir Vampire Sheridan. In Zombie World. Ooh. Avenged Savior, even. Once again, be right back. Alright, what was this again? Right, zombies and such and such. I'll try the blue eyes again. I don't use a lot of dragon wording, honestly, in blue eyes. The heart of justice beyond death. Huh. So that's their excuse, eh? Hold on, is that Paladin of Cursed Dragon? Mizuki. What the heck is this guy making? I'm sorry, you wanted to downgrade from Judgment Dragon to Curious? Sheesh, that's a lot. Now let's see. Only use each effect, and only while Blue Eyes White Dragon is on my field in my graveyard. So there's no point in that. Didn't I put Blue Eyes Solid Dragon in this? Oh, right, it's in my hand. Well, that's a problem. Anyway, regular Blue Eyes coming out. Honestly, that's the new ban list. I really don't play meta all that much, but my goodness, do I have a long list of grievances that that I think would work. By the way, and Raigeki, by the way. Mostly because I just hold grudges really against a lot of extra deck types. Like I don't like synchros, XYZs, or pendulums, and I despise links. Even though I am able, I don't like them, but I am able to use certain archetypes of them effectively enough. But it just took me a very long time to get over those grudges I held against them. Of course you would. Little bitch. Relying on one little dragon. Yep, unfortunately this one's a loss. I just hope Vert Anaconda stays on the list forever. That's basically about the only one I really know of and have opinions on. You're really just throwing Plague Spreader Zombie out there as is? Really? Alright, fine then. I'll beat it with a rock. Rock beats zombie, stupid. Huh. Here I thought he would have tried to synchro. There he goes. Oh no, Blue Sirius, I'm so scared. Let's see. On the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard. Target a face-up monster your opponent controls. This is 2400 attack. You know what? White Spirit. Destroy. Well, banish, really. Maiden. Yeah. What do you mean by luck deck? No, summon, stupid. And now Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. I mean, the most luck deck base deck I've ever used has been Arcana Force. Looks like he's out of cards for once. Nah, I don't have a plain Blue Eyes. I got no reason to send him back. Battle phase. Well, like I said, Arcana Force, and I think I've wanted to play around a little bit with, like, Barrel Dragon and Desperado Barrel Dragon deck, but those never came to anything. I just modded those to become a Jinzo deck instead, which is a lot more consistent and powerful. Let's see, what was it? Yeah, just add a Blue Eyes back to the hand. Nope, not doing that. And no reason for you to do anything either. I mean, the most I've ever done with, like, that kind of deck manipulation, or, like, even just taking the guesswork out, has mostly been, like, my Destiny Hero Fusion deck. Mostly because I love using Dominator, and then once he's, to rearrange my deck, and then once he's gone by Fusion Destiny, I can then, better summon and finish. Once he's destroyed by Fusion Destiny, I basically summon Disc Commander and draw hand, and then by that effect, I basically draw four cards total, and then by the time it comes around to my turn, I draw the 5th card that I had him set up. Hey, rank up. I think the Adamanticators is another one I've been wanting to try, but just never done. I think it's because I feel like there's not enough main deck monsters for them. They got a similar sort of gimmick of, like, rearranging the top of the deck. Alright, I got enough for one whole 10 set. You know what? Might as well give it a shot. Beyond Speed, Ruler's Mask. No, that's absolutely it. Those are absolutely out of the question. You know what? Might as well. See what they'll let me have. And see what I can break apart. Let's see. Despian Quertus. Anti-Human Intelligence, Messiah. Let's see. Yeah, I got a lot of breakables down here. Suship. Bunch of the fusions. Despian Proskenion. That's what we call it now? Pyraith the Ghost Pirate. Not bad. Maybe I should try putting that in some deck of mine. On Ignis. Oh yeah, I forgot he had an update like this. Oh right, he's part of like the Mako Tsunami update, which I've never used. Or at least not in the way of normal water monsters, no. Alright, let's see if I can break down some and then finish off my deck. Let's see. Maximus, Dramaturge, no, I'm leaving that alone. Anti-human, yeah, definitely taking that apart. Never using anything like that. Let's see. Ecclesia, Albaz. I don't plan on making a Magic Key deck. I like them, but they're not in here. Let's see. Mud Dragon. Oh, yeah, definitely taking that apart. Could have sworn I got some more SRs than this. Well, I'm able to make another King of the Swamp at least. But yes, this is what my level 5 warrior deck that I'm proud of. Mostly built around like Hayate the Earth Star and Tenma the Sky Star, Kaiki the Unity Star, Idaten the Conqueror Star, and Shura the Combat Star. Mostly because I looked at this card and wondered, what works with this? Feast of the Wild, level 5. Just need one more, and then I'll need to take another peek back at my deck. Because I don't remember what my missing card was. Back to the front? Maybe. Yeah, that's a lot less than I thought I'd be able to get from it. Let's see. Wasn't it? I know there's a Synchro Festival going on in multiplayer. It's Exhibition. There are loner decks for this, aren't there? Yeah, loner decks. Let's see. Shining Crystal Wings. Revolution Calls Thy Name. Ooh, I know those. Those are really good. Miracles of Convergence. That's just another Stardust deck. Let's see, let's take a look at this. Copy Plant, Fleur Synchron, Hop Ear Squadron, Necro, Noble Knight Spearholder, Noble Knight Madrat, Dristan. Showcase of just the decks. There's only 3 completed again. Let's see. Noble Knight Shieldbearer. I'm just taking a look through this first. Let's see. White Steed of the Floral Knights. Why did they change Sage to Saj? That's just stupid. Anyway. Nah, I've got a better Fleur Knight deck in Ignis on my own. This is kind of bad. And anyway. If you want, let's see. Yeah, the full extent of Warrior Star. It used to have a couple other 5-star monsters, but it basically revolves around level 5 Earth and level 5 Light Warriors. So I had things like Luminous Soldier, Freed the Matchless General, things like that. But to offset that, I also had Yokozuna the Sumo Spirit and Kuro Obi Karate Spirit for Pendulum Summoning. Honestly, I rarely ever do it, but these also just make for great beat sticks when I summon them out with Feast of the Wild level 5, because unlike regular spirit monsters, they don't have any restrictions against special summoning. And because Feast of the Wild negates their own effects, summoning Yokozuna or Kuro Obi with Feast of the Wilds basically makes them regular monsters. They don't return to the hand. Junk Forward ended up becoming a good like tribute card, since if I control no monsters, I can special summon from the hand, which means you can use it as tribute fodder for Hayate the Earth Star, or since it's an Earth Warrior, Tenma is able to normal summon on its own and then bring, like, say, Hayate out with him. Although, my favorite way to use him is with Kaiza the Funeral Star, but that's not in this deck yet. See, Kaiki is basically just the fusion catalyst to summon up on the opponent's turn. One-time passcode also works as tribute fodder, but it also works equally well for... Boy, it's getting my mouth dry. Hayate, since one time the passcode token comes out as a light, which means Hayate can then normal summon and without tribute. And then I have, it's got a lot more effective XYZ and other cards in it, but these are like Vespinet the Spin Breaker, that Cyber B card. But it does have these are some of the other ones I was just able to get on the cheap, like Heart Earth. Doom Chimera is definitely one of the better ones, and then Heart Earth Dragon. Digvorzak, don't really use that. The ones I'm missing are like Tiras, Keeper of Genesis, and Armadeus, Keeper of Boundaries. Oh, right. Hold on. I forgot, let's see. Guilty Gearfried. That's right. Guilty Gearfried was the other fusion I love to use in this deck, because two warriors with different attributes. Hey, that works. Hayate and the Tenma are light and earth. And it even works, Kaiki's able to bring it out as well, because he just fusion summons warrior fusions. That's what Guilty Gearfried is. Other than that, I would think the Blackluster Soldier Link monster would probably be what else I would want to put in here. It's versatile, it can come back pretty easily, especially since Feast of the Wilds grabs from both hand and graveyard. It's not much in the way of protection, but it is very good at offense, especially against Link monsters, because the main effects of Idaten and Shura basically revolve around level requirements. Any 10 or for Idaten, it's basically any 10 or lower monster that battles with him will immediately have their attack turned to 0. So you'll need like something that's level 11 to beat him in battle. And Shura just zeroes the attack points of all monsters on the field, and then they gain 200 attack points times their own level. And at the max level of 12, he becomes 2400, which is unstoppable under those conditions. And then, of course, if destroyed, he just brings Idaten back out. Let's see, E-Hero. This is kind of what I would like to think of as an E-Hero protagonist deck. It's not exactly as I have it in Ignis. That mostly requires like the Neos support that was recently added, which made Neos so good. It's one of my favorite decks to play with on Ignis now. But yeah, this is basically like a hero protag deck I like to think of. Mostly revolving around E-Hero Sunrise. When that was added to the game, I was like, oh my gosh, this makes heroes so much better, so much faster, so much more powerful. Because just searching for Poly is difficult enough, or just too simple with just Blaze Man, but when you have Sunrise also searching Miracle Fusion, ooh, that's some great speed. My Battery Men deck here is one that focuses mostly just on summon spamming and using Short Circuit. There's not really much to say about it other than like I can have a turn with the right conditions where I can get around 5 Battery Men out on the field. They're surprisingly good for being like an older archetype, with a couple modern updates such as Watt Cube, Watson, things like that. They need a few more protections, and I definitely want to put some Sunny Summoner in the extra deck, but that's about it. I don't consider them too powerful, but they're definitely a deck that can surprise you. UA, as you've probably already seen, is just a fun, but can be difficult to deck. Mostly because the only 2 level 4 monsters are UA Midfielder and Libero Spiker. At 3 each makes 6. And while there are definitely ways to search them out, like Hyper Stadium, Signing Deal, and Reinforcement of the Army, I can get unlucky and not get and not get them on the first turn. Or even in the second or third, which basically stalls out the entire deck and has them lose completely. The only thing I would put in to put this more in line with my Ignis deck would probably be take out a player manager and put in a playmaker. Simply because playmaker, while it can share 800 of its attack points to someone else, it's still like a better first off beat stick than Dreadnought Dunker. Dreadnought Dunker is definitely the big powerhouse of the deck, being able to inflict piercing damage, and whenever it inflicts damage, it can destroy one other card on the field, which makes it an absolute monster with power jersey. But Playmaker starts off at like 100 more attack points, which can help it overwhelm things like Dark Magician or other Cyburst Dragon, Stardust Dragon, anything like that. Let's see. I love how turnover tactics basically will swap the entire field of monsters out, although for whatever reason, when I use this, it only let me summon once and not twice, which is the minimum requirement, essentially. And then I just have this one UA locker room, which is an FA UA crossover, for a little bit of life point gain, although I could probably take it out for something else. And then things like Spring of Rebirth and Pinpoint Landing are just to take advantage of the constant special summoning that the deck is famous for. Penalty Boxes works as basically a protection card because it works like a Doom Lord activated on, well, a Destiny Hero Doom Lord, but activated at the start of the battle phase. So the moment your opponent actually declares the attack, their monster is basically just gone for around 2 turns. It's been helpful in some other duels that I've done in this game. And then, of course, Banish from the Graveyard to add a UA spell from the deck to the hand. There are a couple other UA cards I could use, like UA Player of the Game, or but that's really a lot more situational than I think I find my UA cards in. I try to keep these about as basic to the UA playstyle as possible. Abyss, or as they are called nowadays, Ogdo Attic, which is absolutely awful. It's just basically a graveyard, reptiles that love to be in the graveyard and come back from the graveyard. The boss, Ogdo Abyss, the Ogdo Attic deity, or deity of the Abyss, is the biggest one to want to come out. He's basically just able to send all monsters that didn't come from the graveyard to the graveyard. Send, not destroy, just send. Just wipe the field out, which, if you're not careful, can wipe out your own as well. But to fill them with the graveyard, though, they got cards like Snake Rain and Ogdo Attic Water Lily, which this is a good one. If you have 5 or more reptiles with different names in the graveyard, you could just get a free special summon. The one card that they're really missing is Ogdo Attic Flood, which is basically when you get one, like a light Ogdo Attic sent to the graveyard from your deck, you can then special summon a dark from the graveyard and vice versa for free. But that's not in this deck yet. Otherwise, I've got short gaps, like random stop gaps, like Temple of the Sun, which gives 300 attack points to graveyard special summons. Shard of Greed. This I don't have in my Ignis deck because it's gotten a little slow. But other than that, like things like Viper Rebirth are good, since how they get back from the graveyard is that they require tributing monsters from the field, which is a pretty good. I've worked out a pretty good way to do so. Like this will special summon itself from the graveyard, but then be banished the next time. So you use that to summon Curse, who can then pull out like these 3. But the monster that Curse brings out will then be banished if it's used as well. After that, you use the level 4 monster brings out to summon Aliert. Aliert will then add those 2 banished monsters back to the graveyard at the cost of your opponent drawing a card. And then after that, you can use those 2 as for Aeron or Amnesia. And then just repeat, rinse and repeat until you have Amnesia, Aeron, and Ogdo Abyss out on the field. Again, it goes faster with Ogdo Attic Flood or just things like Monster Reborn and Viper's Rebirth. But it's still it's a pretty good loop that's very consistent if your opponent doesn't interrupt it in any way. Multi-step, but it works. Gladiator Beasts. I've devoted the least amount of time to this. This is basically just the structure deck that they give you, and then I gutted it for what I have in Ignis. I don't really plan on making much with this. I do love modern Gladiator Beasts and how I've built them, but it's just, I've got nothing much to show for it here. Blue Eye Servants so far is just basically me trying to build up a decent enough Blue Eyes deck with what the game would give me and what I could break down and whatnot. It's a real hodgepodge with no overall goal, but it was much worse before until I narrowed it down to focusing on the rituals with these just 2 synchros that I happen to grab, and and the fusions as extra support. There's really not all that much to it other than that. And then my last one, Dark Lord Supreme, is basically just what I call a Dark Lord fusion deck. It's what I've trimmed it down to try to be the best that it can be for getting the Lucifer, the first Dark Lord of the Morning Star, out. But again, a lot of the Dark Lord cards are very expensive, like super rare rarity. So it's very slow going to work with them. Build this deck. What I've really done is, like I've done before, like with breaking down those cards, is like, I see a lot of them that, like, I like, but I don't think I'd be able to make them. Like, I've broken down, like, a couple extras. Like, I try to keep it so that I only have 3 copies of each card that I want or need. And in some cases, I just break down what I just don't need at all. Like, I got like 7 total of Dragon Maid Lorpar here. I'll just break these down. Break down 4 of them. There you go. I have 3 Lorpar, and now I have more rare points. Like Thunder Dragon here, I had it. I broke it. I didn't want to use Thunder Dragons. I just broke it down. Same here for Speed Droid Teratop. Or Salamangrate Gazelle. Even Drytron Alpha Thuban. I'm just not in the... I like the Drytons, but I just don't want to build one in this game. Like, I have Ignis, which is a fan-made one, which just has all cards, much more updated, much more frequently. Honestly, I don't really duel against about as few online people there as I do here. But it's, again, it's mostly for building fantasy decks of mine. I don't really duel all that much, except among friends. And then, of course, there's, like, this one that I got from a Legacy pack that I really don't like that I can't break down. Or even Gem Knight Topaz, because it was gifted to me through a deck. A structure deck. Which I really feel like is a rule they need to fix. Like, no matter where you get it, you should be able to break them down anyway. If it's from a Legacy pack, if it's given to you as a reward from a level, from one of the gates, or from a structure deck that they give you, you just can't break it down. And I'm just like, that's nonsense, because I've got a couple ultra rares and super rares that I want to break down. That I got from the extra, that I got from these structure decks. Like this here, Zeman the Ape King. I'm never going to use this thing. I want to break it down, but I can't because I got it from a Legacy. And that's about it. It's mostly just bringing over, or seeing what I could bring over from Ignis. I'm not entirely sure what else I would want to bring in. And again, none of this is meta. It's just simply what I made, what I've played with, what I've tested time and time again to make fun. Actually, speaking of, I just remembered to look up something. See, how much is Condemned Dark Lord? Ah, super rare, as I thought. Let's see about these. Let's see. Shining Crystal Wings. Yeah, it's a speed droid deck, as I thought. Ugh, I hate speed droids because of their... Because Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. This is one of the cards I hold up as synchros being a bad idea, because this card, especially when used with Wind Witches, is freaking broken. Absolutely horrendously broken. Like, it just provides no incentive for your opponent to use, or like disincentivizes your opponent from using any effect monsters. And then if it just battles something that's like level 5, any monster that's level 5 or higher, it automatically wins. Which is, and then if you use Wind Witches, it becomes then immune to traps. So it just becomes absolutely ridiculous to try to overcome, especially when your opponent will probably have something that will, waiting in the wings, that will just negate any spell of cards you try to use. Yeah, that's definitely how I think about it. Although sometimes dueling against friends, they say they don't use meta, but they use decks that certainly feel like meta, like Witchcrafters that can then go into what is it, that King Zeus Super XYZ that could just pogo off of any liked machine XYZ that had went into battle. It's just like, it's not, he says it's not meta, but it's like, I have no idea how to break the Witchcrafters, though. I've never used speed droids, but this is probably one of the more effective decks. Let's see. Cork Shooter, Puzzle, Chanbara, Orient Dragon, that's a funky one. Kendama, Clearwing Synchro, that's overcomeable, but still pretty garbage. Kite Drake, I think that's a nasty one as well. Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon, I don't think I've ever fought that myself, but I'm pretty sure it's damn near broken. Clearwing Rider, yeah, that's definitely broken. And Clearwing Fast, again, I'm not entirely sure about that. What do you got in here for the Stardust? Stardust gets all the stupid love. Yeah, I figured it was. I mean, anything that could come off of Drytons that easily, especially since they got their own XYZ, has got to be broken. Works for Formula, Junk Warrior, Jet Warrior, Axel, Junk Speeder. I didn't think Zodiac was played all that much anymore since their big one, Trident, got shafted. In fact, I'm pretty sure I faced against an AI Zodiac deck that basically kept building up as they would, but I think they did a step wrong because the Zodiac ended up having 0 attack points. Which amazes me for an AI to be that stupid. Stardust Charge, Shooting Riser, Stardust, Shooting Star, Stardust Warrior. Oh, God, I remember the days when some people would get this thing out turn 1. God, those were awful days. Stardust Warrior, Shooting Star, our Dragon TG, the expansion. Shooting Majestic Star, Shooting Quasar. That one, too. That was also disgusting. Cosmic Blazer. I don't think I've ever seen that one, really. Let's see. Stardust Chael, Stardust Synchron. Quillbolt Hedgehog. I'm sure a lot of people have probably made better decks than these, but it seems like this is probably the one that has the most power behind it. Well, maybe it's a tie with the Crystal Wings, mostly because they can just freely negate. Yeah, it really is. It really annoys me when that hits the field, as well as like that new Super Utopia or whatever it is. That's a really annoying card. Just basically able to say like, basically do the same thing as Ida-10, except it's a lot simpler to do. Just be like, any monster fighting me? Nope, immediately 0 attack. Any monster, doesn't have to be. At least Ida-10 has the restriction of 10 or lower. If you have an 11 or 12, that's fine. Oh, I feel like the water's not reaching that one part of my throat. Oh, dadgummit. Well, I still got these 8 packs. Let's see what I get. Dasher, Meteor Destruction, Skullbird. That's disgusting. Ruin, Mystic Lamp, Vampire Baby, Gurnia, Double Dude, Allure Queen level 3, Reverse Buster, Overlay Owl, Shadow Spectre, Burst Return, Call of Darkness, Fruits of Kazaki's Studies, and Damage Translation. They really do put all the garbage cards in the Legacy, don't they? Echo Chamber Nation. Wow. Way to just insult religion like that. It really is a shame they haven't put in an Albaz deck, like an Albaz gate, because I would really want to see the card lore among that, for that, because they're just so many archetypes that somehow have Albaz connected to them. I want to see what story they can weave out of that. I mean, it would probably be pretty amazing. Let's see, structure decks, accessories. Yep, just as empty and bereft as ever. What annoys me about this duel field is that there's obviously one more that they have. It's that, like, a spellbook or prophecy field, but that they just don't have it available for whatever reason. It's just like, I know it's there. I've battled on it. It's in, like, the solo stuff, but you're just not letting us have it for whatever reason. It's so annoying. Moki. I love this thing mostly for the jokes that surround it more than it itself. Whoa! I didn't know I was able to touch it. I have angered the Moki. I will give you a Moki. Am I able to do that with the others? Let me see that. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Dark Magician. That's cool. I think he's been here the whole time, and I just never thought to do so, because why would I poke the mate? See, Ash Blossom. No touchy. Not nearly as cute as you'd think, huh? Ancient Gear Wyvern. It's not nearly as screechy as I thought it would be. Cyber Dragon Infinity. And this is one card I hold up as being one of the reasons why XYZ were a mistake. Just an infinite growth, infinite negator. And Borreload. Basically another card that basically says, I win every battle, screw you. Though small, they may be the breath of fresh air needed by a sequestered world. Please. All of Borreload's versions are basically just cheap cards. They're just cheap win buttons. Not a breath of fresh air in the slightest. I think my throat needs a resting, so I think that's where I'll be ending the stream today. Definitely fun to see my cards in action and do as well as they did. Just wish the rewards were worth it. I mean, because there is definitely a whole lot of potential in Master Duel, but for whatever reason, they just had so few things in it on launch, and like even now, they're just barely putting anything in it. Like, come on, there's way more content in like Legacy of the Duelist than this. It's nuts. You want this to be the next big Yu-Gi-Oh game? Then put things in it. For the single player as well as the multiplayer. Ugh. It's frustrating a little. Well, that'll be all for tonight. Thanks for watching. Peace be with you, and may the forces of evil be confused on the way to your home. Bye.